Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we're gonna feature some brains and bronze, one of my old favorites. Gonna be bringing it back to the channel yet again, and my excuse for it is that I want to showcase some good old DRAVEN, as he did get buffed in the most recent patch. Now you can level him up by striking once, as long as he has 2 total spinning axes. So leveling up DRAVEN is inherently easier, and yeah, that made me just want to showcase one of my favorite champions in the game. I know I use the term favorite a lot, but if you guys are curious, my 2 favorite champions in the entirety of Legends of Runeterra are in this deck right here. HEIMERDINGER and DRAVEN are my top 2 favorite champions. I love playing with these two, and I love playing with these two together. Therefore, that makes this English one of my favorite decks of all time. Brains and Bronze is a bit of an underrated archetype, as you guys probably don't face this much on the ladder at all. Instead, you're used to facing DRAVEN with Ezreal instead. And the general idea is we have a spell mid-range list, is how I like to label it. The concept is we have a bunch of cards that generate either free or cheap spells, like DRAVEN with the axes, Chump1 with the mushrooms, and some Snipe Scavenger with the 0 mana maps. And after that, we are able to cast these spells to enable Plaza Guardian to come onto the board for 0 mana later down the line. And also we can use them as just, you know, trash to throw into Rummage for us to draw 2 cards. And I really like this concept. This deck was originally created by Raptor, who is a MTG Hall of Famer who had some really good deck building at the early stages of the open beta of Runeterra, and I became a big fan, and I've been optimizing the deck list ever since, as we're running a couple of static shocks this time around because of the way the metagame has shaped. Right now there are a lot of spiders on the ladder, so having static shock can be really neat for both aggressive and Karina control matchups as well. We have, when it comes to the Noxus Splash to this Piltover and Zon Allegiance list, we're running DRAVEN, like I said, and Whirling Death. Whirling Death is exceptional in this deck because thanks to HEIMERDINGER and the Snipe Scavenger, we generate elusives really easily, which makes Whirling Death even that much better because it becomes extremely useful in elusive matchups as well. Because that's one of the downsides of Whirling Death. It can be a bit of a liability against elusive decks in other builds, like for example the Crimson archetype, as we're not able to block their elusives, and thus this card doesn't really have any utility, right? But in this deck, we can hit anything. We can use it onto Medarda even to draw a card, who, by the way, yes, is in this deck, in case you're thrown off by that. Medarda actually synergizes really well in this deck, as he will draw us cards with the axes as well, which is really, really neat. And an 8 mana 6/6 with elusive is not bad at all, you know. So it is an expensive play, which is why we only have him as a one-off, but I do like him in this build, and he does shine every now and then, which is, you know, pretty neat. As the rest of the deck is rather standard regarding Piltover HEIMERDINGER builds. We have the Thermo Beams, the Mystic Shots, the Get Excited Flash of Brilliance, naturally, and the Chempunk Pickpocket as our 2-drop of choice. Pickpocket actually has some really neat synergy with the Snipe Scavenger, which is rightfully so, as they are friends apparently. If you play both of them, you'll realize that they talk to each other. And yeah, the map can be applied onto the Pickpocket, and we get that Nexus Strike to get that sweet, sweet value. And just generally speaking, this deck is extremely fun to play. It is, you know, skill intensive. It's not an easy deck to pilot by any means. There's a lot of very key decision makings that will arise as you pilot this, and you need to get used to it. But it is very rewarding, super satisfying, and most definitely competitive, as I'm going to showcase some high-ranked Masters rank gameplay with this as we face off against the meta decks, and we showcase that HEIMERDINGER and DRAVEN, you know, the unlikely duo, can actually work pretty well together. So hope you guys enjoy the matches, and that's all I can say. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Runeterra content. I'm brewing some new cool decks for you guys, so expect some jank uploads in the next few days. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. When you build a deck, I always see you looking at the graphs, and I'm curious, what are you looking at? I mean, how can you tell a deck is good by looking at the graphs? You can't necessarily tell a deck is good by looking at the graphs. Like, that's not why I do that. Let me actually drop these 2, even though this could be neat, but let me drop these 2. Keep the HEIMERDINGER, I guess. Should I keep the HEIMERDINGER? Maybe not. Maybe keeping the Heimerdinger was a mistake there. I like the thermal beam though. The thermal beam can stop it at least. Maybe keeping the get excited was important as well, but alright, drawing into a mystic shot is neat. We have to mystic shot this.
It's Draven time. You suck.
There's nothing to fear. We could use a bite.
Excuse you.
So young.
Where's my axe? The people are my strength.
What seems to be the problem?
Noxian strength.
Round and round it goes! Just when I needed assistance. Required just 1.21 gigahexes. A fine spectrum of pyrotechnics! It works! Everything can use an upgrade!
Who's ready to reckon? I salute you! The heart's as big as his biceps. It's their seed! Of blood, glory!
Interesting solution.
That's what I wanted to see. Got him! What do you think about Kayn as a champion in lore? I'm not familiar with Kayn.
You name it, I'll nick it.
I like the scavenger a lot with the pickpocket.
A true Freljordian welcome.
And I also like this.
Time for the main event. Winter, take you.
Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just made you one.
Took the bait.
You're gonna need a map.
Smells like opportunity.
Over there.
Him blocking with this means he must have a frostbite of some sorts. Otherwise, he would be blocking with one of these two. But he cares about the health stat, which means he cares about the axe, which means he's got a frostbite in his hand. That could be useful.
We fight for one Freljord.
Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just made you one.
Our strength is yours. These stories were true. Amorosians, stand together.
Are you lost? This is my home.
Hey, buddy, what you doing? Got an axe with your name on it. You hoping they'll die of boredom? We're cooking. It's Draven time.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this before he can play like a Trifaring Assessor and draw.
here?
Didn't expect that. Probably should have. I definitely think he has a frostbite.
Cooking.
Oh, okay.
Just borrowing.
These niggas tombstones.
You want excitement? We gotta leave the city.
A chill in the air.
No one knows these streets like me.
God damn it, scavenger. God damn it.
Treasure. For glory.
I want to play into a reckoning.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Avarosans, stand together. Avarosa, guide me.
Are you lost?
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I mean, if he had frostbites, I have no idea.
Time is right. Strike now.
I have no idea why he didn't do that prior. If he had frostbites, I have no idea why he didn't just frostbite immediately. Okay.
Continue without me.
Hey, Mum, still like a yodel in uniform.
We don't have much, but it's enough.
They're coming! Hi! Heed my words!
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Pay dirt!
Whoo! I mean, as long as he doesn't have an Ash here.
Excuse you!
That's more like it. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, bitch. Now we talking. Oh, there we go. Nice. Arigato gozaimasu. I'm gonna keep the rummage because with Draven we can get cycling.
They'll never see me coming. Take from the rich, give to me.
Nice. Yoink.
What we have here? Yoink.
Yoink.
Time
For the main event.
Swift.
Silent as the breeze.
Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just
We have to watch out for standalone.
I need no weapon.
2 lefts, then a right. Can't get through this way.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
Smells like opportunity. Oh, what do we get?
Sure.
Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just made you one. This way.
Fast as wind, light,
Light as air.
This is my home.
Bitch! Get wrecked, motherfucker!
What we have here?
As fate wills.
Do we? I think we're chill with this. I think we're chill with this, right?
What are you waiting for?
Jack pocket.
Yeah, I should have used the axe, by the way.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
4, 5, 8, 9.
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
Shut that. Like, that was a huge health gain, but we're fine with that. Because at that point, Heimerdinger was the game. I love that's the thing that I love about Heimerdinger the most. He just laughs at elusive decks. And I just love facing an elusive player and have them like sit around like for 5 seconds and then just concede because they're like, wait, my creatures are Riot! My creatures are getting blocked! Why are they getting blocked? They're not supposed to getting blocked! I don't want to play the game like a normal person. That's how I envision it. Alright, some good old Bannerman. Let's see how this matchup goes. I like this opening hand, it's good enough. We have a Mystic Shot early on, we have Draven. With I like Rummage in the opening hand, believe it or not. It's good. It's decent. Draven with this thing.
They would fall by my blade.
The party has arrived. Come out and play. Watch and learn.
Safeguard our citizens.
You hoping they'll die of boredom?
Answers, I have them. The answer is here, somewhere. Dimensions don't determine themselves. By just 1.21 gigahexes.
All right.
Round and round it goes.
long path to get here.
You name it, I'll nick it.
Soldiers, to me!
What you looking for? Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just made you one. Two lefts, then a right.
Smells like opportunity.
I'm actually here.
Nobody cares. So we basically just need to survive this turn and then finish him off with these. So in order to prepare for this hit,
Ah, the sweet smell of science.
Follow my lead.
Don't be calling no enforcers.
Oh dear.
This is my home. Can't get through this way.
Dimensions don't determine themselves. Yes, again! Round and round it goes! My most groundbreaking invention to date!
there we go. Aggro? Seems like it's aggro. Which makes me want to keep these two thermal beams. Do you think Ezreal is going to be over nerfed? I don't think so. I think the issue is karma. I think Ezreal is actually not an issue right now. I think karma is the problem. I think karma has been ridiculous for a long time.
Reporting in? Okay, ready.
I got the goods.
Of course I'm ready. I didn't do anything. That's always been there. Backfired.
I love the pickpocket. Pickpocket's great, man. The fact that he forces a block is so neat.
Fuse is lit!
Huh.
Explosives primed.
Oh my god, this static shock. 6 damage that I'm taking. That's I'm going quite low if I don't do it like this. Preventing quite a bit of damage here.
In position.
Don't be calling no enforcers.
Roxas lives on.
Yeah, it's a big difference going down to 12 like that.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Let's make a deal.
Where's my axe?
No refund. It's Draven time. Axes coming right up.
Excuse you.
We're very low. We're very, very low. This game, he applied a little bit too much pressure. GG. I guess that kind of aggro, that kind of burn deck. Yeah, that's felt like our worst matchup up until now. Just straight up aggro decks. We're not quite fast enough for that deck, unfortunately. We're very good at stabilizing, but with the burn, like that burn matchup seems to be the worst for us. I'm gonna keep this hand. This hand seems solid. I very much like seeing the Chempunk pickpocket.
Take from the rich, give to me.
Because this strategy that revolves around standalone is punished a lot.
The goods on this one. Yoink.
Alright, is this Zed?
The dark echoes.
It's not Zed.
Night falls.
I have the best job.
Smells like opportunity.
You cannot escape.
Save me, Luke.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
This is gonna hurt for you. You hoping they'll die of boredom? Come out and play.
none disturb my meditation.
Axes coming right up.
No one knows these streets like me. This way.
Tread lightly, strike hard.
For the moneymakers.
This is actually not a good idea. Maybe this is why I should have let off with the.
You suck.
I was worried about a single combat, but the reality is.
We don't need topsiders.
Ah, the sweet smell of science. Innovation must begin somewhere.
I don't think he's playing Judgment, right?
The order rewards its faithful.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Maybe playing this wasn't. I gave him information by doing this, right?
I need no weapon. Fast as wind, light as air.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path, friend.
You want excitement? You gotta leave this.
Laurent Zabon with plate in hand.
We don't have much, but it's enough.
I got here first.
It's too late for you.
Like my blade? I pity you.
You cannot escape.
Punish restraint.
Save my blade.
Ah.
Tread lightly, strike hard.
I mean, he stops a barrier.
was years in the making.
Alone, we see things as they really are.
Okay. Woo! All right. All right. Okay. Nice. Honestly, no. They may not even play single combat in it. They probably don't even play single combat in that deck. So I should have prioritized the Whirling Death first. Definitely. I'm gonna keep this hand, man. I know I'm facing aggro, but this hand is really, really promising. I mean, maybe I could have dropped the chump wump here.
Reporting in.
If he has a turn to Elise, oh no, there's no Elise.
Okay, ready.
I got the goods.
Coming in hot!
Coming in out of ya!
Not done yet.
Check out the goods on this one. Sharing is caring.
All right.
The party has
All right. I think playing Draven here is a must.
I have my orders.
Static Shock could be decent here.
It's Draven time. Well, hey there, good looking.
I'll do better this time.
Now we're cooking. This is gonna hurt for you.
I probably should have gone for the spinning axe. No, but then again, it gives me a blocker.
Got past me.
I could have leveled up Draven here, but I think I'd rather wait for Heimerdinger now, because I have like multiple axes.
Seems to be the problem.
And with Heimerdinger, I could just spawn.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning. For the money makers. What are you waiting for? Let's boogie.
Innovation must begin somewhere. That will have to do for now.
Indeed, that would have to do for now. Nice.
For Nexus.
Oh, brother.
I was going to say that.
And round it goes.
Everything's in place. Behind you.
All right, so brother on brother action.
For the money makers.
We need him to not have any sort of like direct damage, otherwise we're smoked.
Got an axe with your name on it.
Dimensions don't determine themselves.
Strength above all.
baby! Little brother wins!
Damn it.
Little brother wins! Ha ha ha! Woo!
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
All right, Jay. No, actually, never mind. Math, Miguel. Math. Let's go with this.
The only holiday worth celebrating. Rise, my create, and seek collective knowledge!
Let's do this.
I have a new method to evaluate. I concur.
Sure about that? Try me. Everything is on the line. He engages, but will he survive? Well, yes.
Now we're cooking. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that was hot.